Hey guys, it's Jen. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I have some project shares for AdornIt. I am an ambassador for their Dianna Marcum stamp products, and I just received the March Recipe Stamp Club release just late last week. And if you're part of the Recipe Stamp Club, I'm sure you've gotten yours already. If you're not part of the Recipe Stamp Club, I'll leave all the information down below in case you want to join. You can purchase these particular stamps a la carte too on the AdornIt website, and I will link them. So I'm going to show you a couple of projects I made, and then we'll add my recipe page to my book that I've been making. If you've been following along, you're familiar with that. Otherwise, I'll show you what's been done so far. So yeah, so I just got these, like I said, and actually yesterday in the mail I got the April release. So I wanted to come on and show you these quick. I only made 2 things so far, just to give you a little inspiration if you haven't used your stamps yet, or if you're thinking about picking them up. All right, so I already showed these stamps in my Friday haul, but I'll just go over them again quickly. This is the recipe stamp, the main stamp for March, and I'm sorry it is, okay, it was upside down, but it's also a little bit off center because I did use it. But this is the People Puppy Chow recipe. It's super cute. Love this dog. It comes with a couple bonus stamps too, a little paw print and a bone. So of course I used that one. And then this is the add-on set, and I thought this was so cute. I think I used this one. There's a similar one in another stamp, but I think I used this one on my card, and I definitely used this sentiment. How old is that in dog years? I thought that was adorable. And then there's this paw print with the heart, which I used also. And then there's a puppy that says happy birthday holding the bone in his mouth. And this one, I just love those dogs. I think they're so cute. It says party animals. So I'll get to that one in a future project. And then for separate purchases, this is a 4x4. This is the dog that looks just like this. Yeah, I used this one. I thought they were the same, but I think Jill's right. This one's a little bit smaller. Yeah, it is a little bit smaller. So anyway, this one is the same image, just a little bit bigger, and it's got this really cute like edge doily you can use with this or separately. So I'll get to that too. And then there was this 6x8 set that is available for purchase as well. I didn't get to use these. I might have used this stamp, the paw print, because I used a couple different paw prints. But this is really, really cute. I love the quilt blocks with the dogs in front of it. And Jill made a really cute card with this puppy and a ladybug right in front of it. So, and of course, you know Jill, who is Jill Norwood. She is one of my co-ambassadors. Hi, Jill, if you're watching. So yeah, lots of cute projects, and yeah, Marilyn G too, among several other designers, created some projects with these stamps already, so hopefully you guys go check them out as well. So I wanted to share a couple of the products that I used. I used Memento Tuxedo Black ink. I used this for my alcohol ink project. This is alcohol ink friendly. This one is VersaFine Clair by Sukaneko, and this is pigment ink, and you want to use something like this if you're going to be doing watercoloring, and I did watercolor one of my projects, so those are the differences between those two. I used this ink just on a little accent. This is Ranger Archival ink in the color Shadow Gray. And I used some of the papers from this paper pad. This is from scrapbook.com. It's the birthday pattern collection. This is, I think it's a 6x8 paper. Actually, is it? 6x8, yep. And so I thought this would be perfect for the birthday themed card that I made. And then this is a watercolor paper that I use for my watercoloring project. This I just picked up at Michael's a while back, and it's cold pressed paper, so that means it has like a little bit more texture to it, but I wanted to be able to see the texture of the paper. I just think watercolor paper is beautiful, and you know, it's very subtle, but it makes your project stand out. So I haven't been doing much watercoloring lately, if at all, and I am not you know, I'm not good at it, so that's probably why. But I figured to get good at it, you got to practice, so that's what I did for this card. So for the card, like I said, I used this dog and the saying, how old is that in dog years? And let me show you what I made. So this is my little birthday card, and kept it simple, obviously. There's no embellishments on here, no bling, no diamond dots, no puppy stickers or anything like that. And it's hard for me to do that, to keep it simple, but like I said, with the watercolor paper, it's got a little bit of texture, and I just wanted it to be simple and just focus on the stamped images. So I stamped this right onto the card front with this ink, the VersaFine, and the same for the sentiment. And then I used some watercolors to paint it, and I think it came out pretty good. It doesn't look horrible, right? Yeah, I think I would send this out, definitely. So it was fun to do. For watercolors, I tried my Tim Holtz watercoloring pencils for the first time. That was really fun. I used that. And then I used some like palettes that I have too. So I just used, different colors that I wanted from different, different sets. And yeah, I think it came out really cute. I used a very soft blue here to add a little bit of shadow, if you could see that. And yeah, that's it. And I used that paper pad, this blue one here, for the background. And this die, I've had in my stash for a long time. I got it on AliExpress a while back, and it cuts out the perfect size inset for an A2 card. And that's what I did for this project. So yeah, it's an A2 card. Let me measure this stamp for you in case you're wondering how big it is. But I think it just, it builds up this card fine. So it's about 2.5 inches top to bottom, and side to side, it's about 1 3/4. And then the sentiment is, goes with that perfectly. And on the inside, this is where I added that heart paw print stamp, and that was from the add-on set. So I just stamped that onto some plain regular white paper, 65-pound paper, and colored it in with some alcohol markers. Yeah, I used alcohol markers for that. And then I used, it was from this paper pad. I used that line paper for the inside because I figured it'd be easy to write a message, and of course, add a sentiment to later on. So that's my first project. I think it came out super cute. I hope you guys like it. Watercoloring is not my strong suit. Actually, any kind of coloring is not, but I do enjoy it. So anyway, speaking of that, let me show you my recipe page. And I always make those 6x8 so that they will fit into my recipe book. So this is the second volume of my recipe cards that I've made for the Recipe Stamp Club. And this is going to be the last entry into this volume because I go through March. So I have 2 already, and then I'm going to start my next volume with the April release. So I have to design the cover for that one. But anyway, so this is what it looks like so far. This was April of last year. And there's May, pineapple loaf. June is no peak beef. And I made this once before a while ago, and I made it over the weekend too. It was so good. My husband loved it. It calls for 2 pounds of beef stew meat. I cut my own from a roast that I bought. It says a can of cream of mushroom soup, and I try to avoid gluten. So I used a can of gluten-free cream of mushroom soup, and it came out fine. Brown gravy mix has a little gluten in it, but it's okay. Dry onion soup mix I used, and water, and it was so good. The recipe tells you to put it in the oven, but I used my slow cooker, and it came out delicious. So anyway, so what month was that? I think that was, let's see, April, May, June. July is tea party cakes. Super cute, right? And then mushroom soup is August. September is pumpkin pecan coffee cake. October is turkey noodle soup. November is giant ginger cookies. December was butter up biscuits. January was berry chocolate cherry brownies. And February was carrot cake muffins. And then March will be what I'm going to show you right now. So this is what I made, and I just love how it came out. Now, I wanted to give credit to Marilyn G. Hi, Marilyn, if you're watching. See these little paw prints here? That's where I used that gray ink pad on her project. I was actually working on mine when I was watching her video where she showed her beautiful project, and she had stamped the paw prints going like across her page, and I thought that was the cutest little touch. It's kind of a plain image, the bone is white, the dog, if you want to color it you know, like more realistically, it's kind of, you know, tans and browns and stuff. So I thought it needed a little something. So I think these paw prints just add just such a cute touch. So thank you, Marilyn. I hope you don't mind that I craft lifted your idea. But I also did some paper piecing for the dog himself. I stamped him onto some light tan gingham paper that I got from Etsy, and fussy cut that and then placed that on top of the stamp that I used on white paper. So I think that adds a little bit of interest too. And for this stamp, since I used alcohol markers and alcohol inks, I used the Memento Tuxedo Black ink for my stamped images. And then I also used that heart paw print stamp for this little like medallion at the top, and used a circle die to cut that out. These strips here, I used stamps from Scrap Diva Designs. These come from the purse strap bundle. So I'll link that down below in case you're interested. It's, you know, it's called purse strap bundle, but it's great to have these different strips for different projects. So that's what I did there, just to add some more interest. And the little heart puppy stickers come from a Doodlebug set. And so I used a small one on the center of the bone and then bigger ones for the corners. For the papers, I used like a solid red paper for this layer. For the back layer, I used a shimmery kind of tan color, and then this yellow paper with the stars is from that scrapbook.com paper pad. And these papers, that polka dot one is from that pad as well. This aqua one I had in my stash. I just thought the aqua would go back to the hearts and just, you know, kind of tie it all in together. So I like how it came out. I did use some alcohol markers to add some shading onto the puppy himself and to color up the nose and to add a little bit of shading to the bone. I wanted to keep it looking white, so I just added a, you know, like a 1/2 or 0.5 gray color to outline that. And yeah, just add a little bit of shading on the outside, and it came together really quick, but I think it's super cute. Again, I try to keep these really flat so they'll fit nicely into the sleeves. So let's go ahead and add this in. So this will be March, and then like I said, April will start a whole new volume. And I did pick up a new one of these albums recently, and these are the Simple Stories snap books. And these are 6x8. Oh boy. When it gets to the back, you kind of have to like, oh, I see what's happening. That was getting caught. Okay. So make sure you lift everything up before you slide it in. Whoops. All right. So there we go with Marches. So yeah, that's going to be it for this volume. I hope you enjoyed this short little video. I'll be back soon with more crafty videos, of course, and I will show you what's coming up. The April theme is all pig related. I'm so excited. I love pigs and they're really, really cute. So anyway, thanks again for watching. I'll be back soon. Take care, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.